Now, Pant's maiden home century has given India a lead of 89 with 3 first innings wickets standing. And Pant, to the chorus of cheering Indian fans, said his innings went to plan.
Team plan was to just build a partnership. When me and Rohit Bhai was playing, we thought that we're going to build a partnership from there. That's the only thing which was running in my mind. I like to play my cricket and make my team win. If the crowd is getting entertained by that, I'm happy to.
Joining us now to recap the action is the English commentator David Brook. David, you can't start with anything else but Rishabh Pant's T20 innings in a test match.
We'd never see. Good night, George. Good night to all your viewers. What a fantastic performance from Rishabh Pant. And he took Test cricket to a new level. Test cricket has never seen anything like him. At one stage, when he accelerated, his first half century was conventional enough, wasn't it? Even cautious and quite judicious in his stroke play when he chose to bat. But when he accelerated, it was like at one stage when England took the new ball, it was as if he was swatting mosquitoes away. It was kind of some of his shots, that audacious sort of reverse lift. I mean, astonishing shot, probably never seen before in Test cricket. So yeah, Pant bringing all his skills from the T20 game. And don't forget, Washington Sundar at the other end played such an important role in this partnership. And but Pant, I mean, words cannot describe the joy he brought to millions of Indian fans today, and the neutral, and dare I say it, the England supporters too. It was just a fantastic day of Test cricket, because in the context of the day, it was an even more remarkable innings in that England had actually fought back through Ben Stokes and Jimmy Anderson. What is it they say, George, about cream rises to the top?
Yeah.
This has proved to be the ultimate test, and it's the true quality Test cricketers that are rising to the top. And there's an awful lot of also-rans playing on both sides, particularly England.
Yeah, and you mentioned Ben Stokes because we spoke about him in the last game and the fact that he was, well, as we previewed this test, that he was a severe underperformer for England so far. 41 degrees Celsius is as hot as it got, David, and Ben Stokes kept charging in, realizing that maybe they were a bowler short. Him and Jimmy Anderson alone bearing the brunt of the fast bowling workload, and he really stuck at it. And in truth, his figures don't tell a true picture rather of how well he bowled when he performed on the day.
Absolutely, George. Following on his batting performance and that amazing catch that he took at second slip. I mean, that's why, George, I put him forward for the Zone Ultimate Test 11 as an all-rounder. But nobody had it. He didn't even make the short list. But today's performance was, a real exceptional one from Stokes, and from Jimmy Anderson. Let's not forget Jimmy Anderson. Runs were very hard to come by in the morning session. His figures at lunch, Anderson, 13 overs, 10 maidens, 2 for 7. You couldn't score a run off him. And that's why England, going into this game with only really 3 recognised frontline bowlers in form, and when Dom Bess came on with, unfortunately, he's suffering at the moment. We've all been in these dark places, and at the moment, Dom Bess doesn't know where the ball is going when he releases from his hand. And he took the pressure off because there were lots of full tosses and everything. So it was just one of those days where you could sense at one stage England clawing their way back into the match. India was still 59 odd runs behind, 146 for 6, and then they threw it away. And by the end of the day, Stokes and Anderson had given everything they'd got, and then it was help yourself time, wasn't it? In the last session, my word, the runs started to flow.
David, can we just talk a bit about Dom Bess and the fact that I personally feel that Dom Bess is struggling because he has been mismanaged by those, making the decisions. He's been played, he's been dropped, Moeen Ali came in for him. Do you get a sense that, management has a lot to do with Dom Bess' poor performance?
Absolutely. You can't blame the player. It's the management, first of all, leaving him out and the loss of confidence, then asking Moeen Ali to stay on, which didn't work out. So imagine having to go back to Dom Bess. The skipper did really well in his absence. A lot of pressure on Bess coming into this game, and clearly not in form and shouldn't be playing. So there was a selection problem there. And again, England's got it wrong for the second test running. They've got it really wrong with their selection. And I know we agree on this, Mariah, their rest and rotation policy has really screwed up, I'm afraid. It's not helped them. and it's causing a lot of problems. It hasn't worked for them, because at the end of the day, we watch both. People want to see Test cricket play between two sides attempting to win with their strongest team, especially in a series like this at the highest level. And England, have, through their management, have kind of missed that opportunity, haven't they? They wouldn't have done this rest and rotation during an Ashes series. So why don't they pay full respect to this Indian team that is one of the best in the world, and they should be at full strength. Not to take anything away from a wonderful performance by India. Their resolution in the morning and that wonderful partnership in the afternoon, they deserve to win this series.
Yeah, David, just quickly, as you followed the game, what were your thoughts when India had fallen to 146 for 6? And is there anything that happened in the period after that you would say Joe Root's tactics went wrong? Was there anything they could have done to prevent India from taking control of the game?
He ran out of options, Lance. I don't think you can blame Joe Root. He tried himself. Having turned to Don Best and the pressure having come right off immediately with a couple of full tosses. This test level, it is a test, and you can't bowl a boundary ball every over. It just takes the pressure off because the batsman can sit back and wait for it. So clearly Don Best was not of Test international standard today. And Joe Root ran out of options because England went into this game with just Anderson, Stokes and Leach to choose from. And Stokes with that monumental effort, as George said in the morning, and Anderson having bowled his heart out too. They just, once they had given their best, Joe Root ran out of options, and you could see that they were one bowler, maybe two bowlers short, which is unforgivable. You know, what should have happened if they wanted to bring Lawrence into the team, they should have dropped a batsman. You can't go in with this overcautious approach, which meant that they couldn't turn that pivotal point, Lance, into a winning situation.
David, excellent as usual. Thank you. All the best. We'll talk on Monday.
Thanks very much to you all.
Good. All right, as we go to the break, and remember we have Day 3 action coming up live on the channel. Just to tell you that the Sri Lankans are 61 without loss in the 7th over after winning the toss and batting first against the West Indies in the second T20 at the Coolidge Ground in Antigua, Sri Lanka. 61 without loss. And as we go to the break, I have to squeeze this one in, Mr. Producer. There's a tweet from a post from the UWI Guild, Uemona Guild. It says, TGIF, we hope you are all having a better time at home than Liverpool. That's not cool, UWI Mona.